What are the signs that you're having an inferiority complex, and how can you heal it? So, welcome here. If you're new here, I help people heal their trauma and their wounds, and I help them on their spiritual path to find the peace they're looking for. Today I want to talk about inferiority complex because it's something that is extremely common when we are dealing with some wounds, some trauma, some psychological difficulties. So, inferiority is such a poison. It's such a poison, and I've experienced it in my life for so long. You know, it's this constant sense that you are below others, that others are somehow superior to you. And this can come from having experienced abuse, neglect, violence, manipulation, all these kind of things. And the signs that you're going through an inferiority complex is that when you meet someone, you always put them on a pedestal first, that you always victimize yourself, thinking that you're not good enough, you're so inferior to others, you will never make it, you're so incapable, these kind of thoughts. And is this constant idea that there's something you need to do about yourself, to fix about yourself, in order to reach the level of others. So this is not something that you can deal with external things. I can't stress that enough. It's so common to hear and see people thinking that because they buy new clothes, or because they improve the way they communicate, or because they have more money, then they will suddenly heal their inferiority complex. This is not the way. It's not through achievements, it's not through bettering your ego, it's not through having a new mask. The only way to heal inferiority complex is to go inside of you, in the shadows, and see how this developed in your life, and actually heal it. That's the only way. It's the way inside, internal. Okay? So don't make this mistake. I mean, you can make it, there's no problem, but you will learn from it. But I recommend you to not go in that direction, because this can cost you years and years and years of pointless suffering. So, usually, when you have inferiority complex, you also have a tendency for superiority or specialness. That's what people do usually when they're insecure. That's what I used to do. People say that they want to be special, and they don't admit that this is actually a desire for superiority. If you have inferiority complex, you might find yourself feeling superior to others in many situations, or special. If you have especially a wound or trauma, you might use the trauma as a way to feel superior. For example, I'm so special, what happened to me is so difficult, nobody understands me, and therefore I am better than other people. I am a special case. And this seems like superiority, but it's actually inferiority in disguise, because you're so insecure that you have to develop an entire story in order to not show people that you feel inferior. One of the best ways to be free from inferiority is empowerment, is to find back your power. That means re-owning your anger, re-owning your ability to set boundaries, and to accept yourself. It means going out of powerlessness by piercing through these narratives that you're telling yourself, that you are incapable and that you can't make it. It's so ingrained in us when we have trauma that we start believing that these are true. But if you have trauma, if you've been through difficult, genuine difficult events in your life, you are already capable. You're already strong. You don't need to create a whole story about it. And it's about stopping being so blind to the idea that we're not good enough. And this takes time, of course. There's a whole emotional world that needs to be taken care of and dealt with in order to reach that place. I'm not saying that it's an easy road, but that's the way. If you don't empower yourself, you will always be the victim. You will always be the inferior one. And so it's not about trying to find what's so good about you and trying to enhance your personality. It's about realizing that you are already good enough and that you don't need to do anything more, anything better in order to be more good enough. And the only way to do that is to drop the mask, to be where you are, to be you and real, and allow people to meet you there, in your realness. The realness is not inferiority. That's the ego. The realness is vulnerability. That is very different. You can meet someone and be, hey, I'm a bit nervous right now, or I'm a bit scared of this. Or you can be hiding the fear, and then you feel inferior because you're so scared, but you're not sharing that you're scared. And you will be surprised to see how many people will welcome you in a positive way when you're being real. You have the fear, but you wear a mask, pretending that you are not scared, trying to play a role of the hero or the strong person, whereas you don't feel strong inside. That is the truth. And then when you're in the mask, you're meeting people with that mask, and you're not able to be real with them. You're faking it. And because you fake it, you become powerless because you know it's not the truth. You know you're not that mask that you're wearing. So the only way is through being real, and that's the way to empowerment. Now, probably with this inferiority, there's a small little kid inside of you who has never been told that he is loved and that he is accepted and that his emotions are okay. And this little kid, he needs to be told that he is enough. And we need to meet him with compassion, go inward, and have this encountering with ourselves. And finally tell this part of us, you're enough, I love you, and you're accepted. And that will heal the inferiority. The inner child is the way, because the inner child is where it's coming from. It's because as a child, you felt like you were not heard and respected. So you put yourself below others because you were perceiving the world as if you don't deserve to exist. So we have to find a way to make you realize that you deserve to exist. And the way is through meeting the inner child, you and the inner child, and have a sincere discussion and remember who you used to be and go back in time for that version of you to help it. So I'll let you handle that and let me know how it goes, and feel free to reach out. If you click on the first link in the description, you can send me a message, and I will not try to convince you to work with me. You can just share your experience with me, and I'll be happy to hear. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.